3 stories.
This boy, broke and unable to pay his tuition, survived by hauling blocks of ice. The rich kids laughed at him, calling him a beggar, but nobody could have guessed that one day he would rise to become a billionaire and shock all of America. His turning point came from a simple newspaper. In it, he read the story of Andrew Carnegie, a man who started selling papers at just 12 years old. Like him, Carnegie was mocked and looked down upon by the wealthy. But in the end, Carnegie became a billionaire. That story lit a fire in the boy's heart. He swore to God that one day, he too would be a billionaire. Holding the newspaper tight, he turned to his father and declared, "I want to be a billionaire." But his father crushed his dream. "Son, don't fool yourself. You'll never be rich. You're lower class, and that's all you'll ever be. My father raised me that way, and I'll raise you the same." He looked over at his frail, sick mother and clenched his fists. He refused to live the same hopeless life as his father, who couldn't even afford medicine for his wife. From that moment, he decided he had to leave to fight for a different future, for himself and for his mother. With no money for a ticket, he snuck onto a train heading west. By the time he woke up, he was already in Texas. Lost, but clinging to hope, he followed a group of strangers into a small town. There, a farmer was looking for workers. The boy shoved his way forward, desperately trying to get picked, but the farmer shook his head. He wanted someone bigger, stronger. Thinking fast, the boy turned, grabbed a heavyset man standing nearby, and lifted him clean off the ground to prove his strength. The farmer burst out laughing. Impressed by his grit, he agreed to hire him. Life on the farm was tough, but at night the boy would sit with the farmer, asking questions. One evening, he carefully asked, "How do I get rich like you?" The farmer told him, "Success doesn't come easy. You've got to become the best at what you do, better than anyone else in your circle." Those words hit him like lightning. The boy asked, "If I finish the work faster, does that save you money?" The farmer nodded. "Sure, but you can't possibly finish early." The boy just smiled. The next morning, while the others were still rubbing sleep from their eyes, he was already up at 4 a.m. He studied the workflow, wrote down step-by-step procedures, and reorganized the team like a factory assembly line. One man dug the holes, another installed the posts. Everything ran like clockwork. Watching from a distance, the farmer was stunned. Productivity skyrocketed, and the boy, for the first time in his life, earned extra pay for finishing ahead of schedule. It was his very first pot of gold. He held $30 in his hands. Without hesitation, he sent $20 back home to buy medicine for his mother. And it was then, at that very farm, that the boy crossed paths with the person who would become the most important benefactor of his entire life.